sound back up. There we go. Because you see that button there? You have to avoid the button. There we go. How do we tilt it forward? Sees me. There, that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, it'll take a few minutes for people to come on.
What do you see numbers up there?
Well, see a little face and it's a 0. It means nobody's on.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll just have to give them a little time, see if anyone shows up. Ooh, my garlic got really done. Where'd my fork go?
Got one on you.
I've got 2. Hi there. How you doing? Is anybody able to type in? See if you can send me a message. You'll have to pardon my husband. He's baking in the background. He's making Christmas cookies to take into the office. So we're going to pretend we don't see that, right? We're going to see no evil. Oh, somebody was here and gone already. Maybe that was you, Chris. There's somebody. Hi there. We're going to have a little fun today. Going live for the fun. Have it, maybe, we'll play a game. And I've got some exciting new developments to show you in terms of Gerson approved products we can have. So I'm excited about that. And I'm trying a new recipe while we speak. I've not made this before, and I have no clue how it's going to come out. So what I'm doing is taking the skins off my baked garlic right now. I've been looking for something that would be creamy to take the place of mayonnaise, and there's not a whole lot out there that's creamy. It's got to be either dairy or oilish, and so I was at the store recently, and at our grocery they have this huge salad bar that has like 30 things. It's not really a salad bar, it's an olive bar, like a relish bar, and it's got marinated mushrooms, it's got about 20 different kinds of olives and pickled things, and then it always has baba ganoush. And baba ganoush looks gross to me. It's got kind of this goofy looking texture. But I got to thinking about it. I said, that's kind of creamy. I wonder if I could turn that into, or use it like a mayonnaise. So I'm not typically an eggplant fan, but I have found out that sometimes I need to eat things I don't like because it makes the other things I do like taste better. If I put them together, I'll use it like a seasoning or a flavoring. It just changes things up a little bit. Like, I'm not a big fan of licorice, but if I put a little fennel in something sometimes, it just changes up the flavor, makes it taste better. Oh, we got a few more people on there. Hi there. So can anybody type in yet? Are you able to do that? Did you join I forget, on YouTube they say you have to have your own channel. It doesn't mean anything. You just click the button you're on, and then you can make comments if you want. Oh, that's my husband. You goose. He's like, hi, Sue. He's hiding in the other room. Oh, at least he wrote in. Hi. How are you? Now, is this Julie? Nice to see you. I gotta grab my eggplant. Hang on a second. There we go. I did a little research and found that eggplant, I don't know why they do it this way. Enjoyment. Thank you, Julie. Wow. Now here's the eggplant. This is just half an eggplant because I thought if the first half doesn't work out, I have to try something different. Oh, hi, Devin. Oh, I don't know, but you're here now. Good. I'm glad. Devin, I see you around a lot. And what I'm going to do, because it's soft, I just wrapped it in the parchment, and then I baked it at 350 until I could stick it with a fork, and it was real soft and tender. Truthfully, I have no idea how long it took because I went to the other room and was doing stuff and realized at some point I better check my eggplant. And I came down, it was nice and tender. So, I don't know, maybe half hour, 45 minutes. And I'm going to see if I can just scoop that out. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just scooping that out. I'm going to put that in my food processor with some roasted garlic and onion powder and a little lemon. And, you know, maybe I'll make a good dip, but I want to see if I can use it on like some potatoes perhaps, and maybe make like a potato salad. So, and I'll do that. And while we're waiting, we'll give, got a few people on there. I wish we had a few more. I want to share with you I'm so excited about this after years of having awful hair on this protocol because I couldn't find any products that would work well in my hair. I don't know about you. I know I tend to have thicker hair. It's a little bit heavier and it can get flat, and it needs a little help with that. It either gets flat or it wants to stand up. And I know my last video I looked like a wild woman because all my hair was just being crazy. But I don't know if you can see that it's got a little hold to it now. It's like almost a little bit stiff, but not overly. And that's what I'm excited about. So I'm going to show you. This is what I use the Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1 Hemp Baby Unscented Pure Castile Soap, the liquid one. I see, where's my camera? There it is. So you can see what that is. That's what I use to shower with. Yeah, the texture's nice. I use this to shower with, and I use it for my hair. And it actually works well for my hair. I'm surprised it doesn't end up being greasy. I've tried a lot of natural shampoos, organic, all this, and they never cleaned my hair. They ended up making it dirtier than when I started. I got this at Target, but I know you can get it online. If you do a search at Dr. Bronner's, you can find out what places carry it. And the closest place for me was just to run down to a Target, and I had to ask them where it was because it wasn't in with all the soaps. And I can't remember if it was in the baby department. I don't know. It was like some goofy place, and they had to show me where it was. So that's where I got that. And you have to watch the baby one has no it doesn't have fragrance in it. You don't want fragrance, okay? So this one has no fragrance, and that's what makes it extra good. And the reason why this particular, it's not that I want to promote Dr. Bronner's, but it's potassium-based instead of sodium-based. And because we're not eating any salt, we also don't want to put it on our body. It's important not to put on our body things that can cause conflict, essentially, with how we eat. And you don't want to be putting salty shampoos or soaps on your body. So this is a potassium base, and that's why it's not a problem. Then, now here's the exciting news. Here's what got my hold. Oh, you love eggplant. Okay. Here's how I got the hold in my hair. I was complaining to my hairdresser last week, and I told her that, I don't have any way to hold my hair. I can't use gel anymore. I used to spike my hair. That was fun. And I said, I wish there was some product that was safe enough to use. And she said, oh, well, she used to work in the theater like 20 years ago before they had these heavy-duty gel products for spiking hair. And the way they did it then was to use soda. And I was like, well, we're not going to use soda. But she said, you could put sugar in water and create the same thing. And that's what I did. I have a little thing of water. I started with a half a cup, and I put a couple teaspoons of organic brown sugar in there. And just dissolve the sugar in the water. I used hot water to start with and dissolve the sugar in it. And then now I just dip my fingers in it and run it through my hair and then brush it in place, and it dries and it holds it. So I've got, I got this little gray thing coming up, making a little fun blossom there, and it holds my hair here. No, I would not have thought of, Devin's like, I wouldn't have thought of that. No, I wouldn't have thought of that either. And I'm so pleased to have something, because if you can eat it, you can wear it. That's the rule in Gerson. And since we are allowed a little organic brown sugar, then I'm allowed to put it in my hair. And it doesn't make it sticky either, which is kind of neat. It doesn't make it sticky. I did try curling it with the curling iron. That didn't work. It just didn't do anything. But, you know, combing it into place. So my hair was dry, and then I ran some of this through it, brushed it in place the way I want it, and then it just dried and held it. So I'm happy with that. You know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to just turn my overhead light on. All right. Just one better lighting for the camera. Now, let's see, what else? So that was my tip, my product tip I wanted to share you. We are going to play one game today, and I do have another prize now. Last time we played, prizes could be either a video of your choice, a recipe conversion. If you have a recipe that you wish you knew how to make Gerson approved, I would convert a recipe for you. Or you could tell me what's in your refrigerator and we'll create a dinner for you. Either way. So, but my fourth prize now is I used to use Cafe Ma'am coffee for a coffee break. I don't use it anymore, but I'll send you a pound of it if you win one of the prizes, okay? If that's the prize you pick, I'll send you a pound of coffee. How's that sound? Because I've got it and I won't be using it anymore. It turned out to be too strong for me, and I needed to stop using it, so I've actually got like 9 pounds of this stuff. And I thought, well, this is a good way to share it with people. That'd make a good prize. It's only going to cost me what it cost me to ship it to you. That's not too bad. Not bad, considering you guys all hang out and watch with me. And just so you know, I don't make any money doing this. I don't get product stuff, and that's why you don't have little ads coming up on the videos, because I won't monetize. Oh, hi, Christy. Oh, you watched me during your coffee break. Oh, that's nice to know. You're on the website the other day doing some research. They are awesome. Yeah, Cafe Ma'am. It's a special roasting. You know, they roast it so it has a lot of caffeine in it, and it turned out to be too much for me. I was having problems. So if you don't have high blood pressure problems, I'd say go with Cafe Ma'am, but it caused me more issues than I needed. So anyhow, let's get on to the baba ganoush really quick, because I've got it just about ready here, and then we can play a game, okay? All right. Doesn't look like there's too many of you that are able to write in, so it's going to be a little game today. Unless you scoot over while we're talking and figure out how to sign up. My husband said you have to sign up for a channel. Oh, well, that's good. Well, you know, I tried to send a notice out earlier to let you know that I was going live, and it's so weird. I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I did it last time. I don't understand. I tell you, some of this technology stuff can drive you crazy. So, yeah. You have to create a YouTube account. If you want to be able to write in, you have to have an account, is how it works. And so you give them your email or something. It's not a big deal. And they don't send you a bunch of garbage or anything, which is good. You know what? Hang on again. I got to go get my blade for the bottom of my food processor. There we go. It's kind of in my closet of no return, you know. I've got a pantry, and it's got a lot of weird things in it. Okay, so there's my half an eggplant. I've put a couple cloves. This was roasted garlic that I roasted in the oven, and it's still nice and soft. I just did it, so I just took it out. I don't need the wrapper, do I? And then I'm going to put a little onion powder in there, because that's kind of good for what ails ya. There, that looks good. That's about a half a teaspoon, don't you think? And then this is the juice of half a lemon. It says 2 tablespoons. I'm only going to put 1 tablespoon in to start, because we can always add more, right? All right. Hey, I want to know, did anybody try that banana dessert yet? The one I did the other day, banana cream dessert. Oh, baba ganoush? Yeah, well, you know what? I'm learning too, Julie, as we go, how to make baba ganoush. But this is how you do it. You roast it first. And then you can either add raw garlic or roasted garlic. I decided I wanted to go a little more mellow. since I want it to be more mayonnaise-like. Okay, hang on, it's gonna be a little noisy. Oh, Devin's trying the banana dessert. She's frozen her banana so far. Okay, hang on. Well, that's not too bad, is it? It's really just sort of blending it because the eggplant's so soft. I was surprised. I thought it was going to have more texture. You know what I don't have? Janet, I haven't tried the banana dessert, but intended. Yeah, it's really good. It's like I'm already counting the days till I can have a banana again. That was good. I hadn't had it in a while. Okay, where's my little spatula? There it is. Let's see how that tastes. It tastes like garlic and lemon. I don't even taste anything else. What else can I put in there? Where did I get the citrus juicer? I love this little guy. I got it at Wegmans. I don't know if you live where there's a Wegmans. See that? It's really cool. And there's no name on it either, so I can't tell you what brand it is. But it sure is handy. I use it all the time. Green pepper. Can I use cumin? I'll tell you what. I use cumin because I'm not doing Gerson full anymore. I'm on maintenance. So I've added some spices in. And some of the try little green pepper. I want to put a little parsley in. You know, I do have some. Let me grab the parsley. Hang on. This is that's kind of sad looking parsley. It looked better last night. Oh well, it's gonna get pureed anyway, right? It's still green, it's just not too perky. Oh dear. I had a friend over visiting for dinner last night. She's like, oh here, let me fix your parsley for you. And I usually leave it in the bag, but this is how she likes to do it and put it in a little, oh, at Albertsons? Yeah, I don't know if someone, who is it? Christy said she's seen these at Albertsons. Okay, I'm gonna try putting the parsley, because right now, like I said, it just tastes like garlic and lemon. Maybe I should have put less than that in and more eggplant. I didn't know the eggplant was gonna be so mild. What does baba ganoush taste like anyhow? I've never eaten it because it always looked gross to me. So I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. Does it just taste like... Oh, I know. They said it usually has tahini in it, but we don't need the tahini. You don't have to make it with the tahini, and that would give it a little more flavor. Maybe next time I'll just put less garlic and less lemon in, because that would just make it very mild, and it would taste good as a dressing that way. This would make a nice dip. It looks like it has a nice texture as a dip, and I could always... What if I... Well... I was going to say I could puree a potato in it, but I don't know. Now this is a warm one from the oven, and I've got a cold one from last night that I baked last night. Let's see. We'll just give it one more little stir, okay? I have the other half of eggplant, and I could roast it and add it to it, and that would dilute the flavor a little bit. You know what I wanted the cold potato for? I want to dice it up and put that on it and use it as a dressing on my potatoes, like a potato salad. Okay, let's do that. Let's try that on the potato and see how that comes out. Okay, while I'm working on this, let's play a game. Now, oh, this isn't good. Okay, how am I going to do this? Hang on, because I got a question for you. I'm going to move you over. Hang on, I'm moving you over. Because I can't let you cheat. Hang on. All right. Now here's my question. I have a sign over my kitchen sink. It's red. Has anybody ever been able to read what's on that sign? I mean, just what it's about. Has anybody been able to see that? I'd be curious to know if you can see that. It's certainly not Gerson approved, I'll tell you that right now. And then I'm gonna... Oh, that's my husband. He's not allowed to answer. You want some coffee? Devin, oh goodness, no. All right. Because I know some people like really intently watch these videos, and they'll watch for like little details in the background, and then they ask me these bizarre questions like, why do you have that little jar of cumin? You went to the kitchen and missed it. Okay, I said I have a red sign hanging over my kitchen sink. Does anybody know what it's talking about on that red sign? Let's see if anybody knows that. And I had to move my camera so you couldn't see it. That's why I had to turn you around. It's an antique sign. It is original. No one knows it. You're probably all running off to look at videos to see if you can find it. All right. Oh, that's a warm potato. I wanted the cold potato. Okay, I'm slicing up the cold potato. I'm going to dice it up like I would for a potato salad. And then I'm going to put the baba ganoush on it and see if I can use that kind of like a mayonnaise. Ooh, you know, if I'm making a potato salad, it'd be really good with a little chopped celery in there. And what else do you put? Oh, and a little onion, a little chopped onion. I don't want to leave you. I won't do that right now. I'm just going to do the potato salad with just the baba ganoush dressing. And that would be good. Okay, well, while you're thinking about that sign, I'll find another game for you. What was it? Oh, this just sounded like fun. It's sort of a good news, bad news type of thing. We start out with a phrase, a statement, like, oh, the good news is I just bought a new car. And somebody would say, oh, but the bad news is I got a flat tire on the way home. And then somebody comes up with a reason why the flat tire was a good thing. You know, maybe, yeah, you missed getting in a car accident, you know, whatever. So it's a good news, bad news thing. So we could kind of play that and go back and forth and play off each other. You want to try that? It'd be fun for something different. Let me start us out with a line. I'm sorry, I'm eating the potato skins. I haven't had lunch yet. What would be a good starter? Okay, I just went to the grocery store and bought an eggplant. That's my good news is I got to the grocery store and I got an eggplant. So does anybody have a bad news line after the eggplant? Why is that bad news? We'll see if anyone comes up with anything. Oh. And you know what? I'm really interested in you guys. And I'll tell you why. Because there's always a lot of neat dishes. Bad news is I can't use oil in eggplant recipe. That's right. The bad news is. And the bad news is it's in your kitchen and not mine. Hello from Belgium. Oh, well, hello. Who's this? Anne. Anne, nice to talk to you. Well, this is what I want to hear from you guys. Regional dishes, okay? Like, I grew up near Buffalo, New York, and so we always had chicken wings. The deep fried chicken wings with a hot sauce. And they were just called wings. They weren't called buffalo wings because we lived there. They were called wings or chicken wings, and they were made deep fried with butter and hot sauce. And no wonder my stomach hurt by the time I was 20. So, but they were good. But that was a Buffalo thing. And then now that we live in Syracuse, there's a regional dish here called salt potatoes because over 100 years ago there were salt mines in the area, and they would put boiling hot water. The good news is maybe you can't use oil, but you will be healthy. That is good news, and I like that answer. Oh, okay, so the good news is you don't need the oil. We'll have to wait for a bad news one to come in. So we have salt potatoes, and what they would do, the workers would go to work with these potatoes, and they would drop them into the boiling brine. That's how they remove the salt from the ground. They would put boiling water in there and loosen the salt that way. And they would boil their potatoes in the salt water and then eat them. And there's so much salt on them when they come out of the water, they're actually coated white. Obviously, I don't eat those anymore. But that's a regional dish from here. So what kind of regional dishes do you have from your part of the country or your part of the world? I'd love to know, because that's going to be the fun of sharing, especially if it's something we can adapt to Gerson, if there's some way we could find a way to make it useful. I don't know which way to look. I guess the camera's over there. Okay. So, I know you're from different parts of the state or the country. Devin, Oh, you have to go? Well, thank you. Well, thanks for stopping in. And you'll post a regional dish in the comments. Oh, good. Thank you for doing that. We'll see you later. So, anyone else have ideas on what kind of foods? I know when I went to the Czech Republic, Southern dish, cooked greens, yes, yes. And specifically, like, and I know lots of different greens, but I think of collard greens as coming from the South. I love collard greens. And I'll have to show you how I fix collard greens because they're a little different than the way most people fix them. And I don't think my food processor is going to turn on and shoot me like the blender did the other day. Okay, so here's my baba ganoush. See how that looks? And it's not really stiff. It's very, very, very soft. Very soft. And it just has lemon, the roasted garlic, and a little parsley in there. And I think it's a nice texture. You know, it is mayonnaise-y like. So I think if I just made it milder, it would be more like a mayonnaise, which is what I was hoping for. That was the reason for making this in the first place. So and I've got my potato in the bowl. I'm mixing it up. Let's see how that turns. I'm going to give it just a little more. Okay. Now, we can do question and answers too. Does anybody have questions? Because we can make a little Q&A out of this too, as long as we're here. It's smelling good. You know that. And it coated nicely. Oh, that's better than I thought it was going to be. I have to find a way to get a little more flavor out of my eggplant. It just kind of disappeared. How long have I been on the therapy? Oh, Julie's asking. Actually, I followed the therapy for 2 years and 9 months. I started in, this is 17, 16, 15. Yeah, yeah. I started in March of 2015. And in February, I made the decision that I was going to do it. And it took me all the month of February to start putting things in place. I cut out animal products first, and then started learning how to, purchasing coffee and getting supplies and getting the supplements ordered. So it took me about a month to get up and running. And then to get the soup made, I realized I needed to put in the soup and, because there's a lot to do. But 2 years and 9 months, and I went off the program about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. And it took me about 3 weeks to go off, start stepping back on the juices at regional foods. But Seattle is known for coffee. You can't think of anything else. Well, you can't get out the door if you're doing this anyhow. But, yeah, coffee. In fact, I think that's where Cafe Mam's from. I think it's from out there. So, does that answer your question? I was on it that long. Oh, I did the malignant therapy for about just under 2.5 years. And then I did the malignant therapy for about 4 months. That's what I did just towards the end here. I was having trouble getting the blood pressure taken care of. And so we said, well, let's really give it our full shot, and did the full protocol for those few months. And that was brutal. I thought malignant was enough. Non-malignant was enough, because that's 10 juices and 3 coffee breaks a day. But when you go full malignant therapy with 13 juices and 5 coffee breaks a day, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. It was so intense and so difficult. My heart goes out to anybody who has to do that for an extended period of time. But during that time, the blood pressure got worse, and we realized it was the caffeine from the coffee breaks that was actually making it worse. I was so sensitive to the caffeine at that point. So, that's what happened. Any other questions? Anyone got more questions? Somebody sent me a message through Messenger. And this turned out really good. Did I ever go to the Gerson clinic? No. Didn't go to the clinic. It's pretty expensive, and since I wasn't dealing with cancer, I didn't go. And you don't really need to go to the clinic because everything you need to know is in the book. The challenge, the challenge is finding a doctor that'll work with you here to order your blood work. Now in New York State, we need a doctor to order blood work. I know there's other states where you don't need that, and if that's the case, you're fortunate because then you can work, say, with a Gerson practitioner, which you can find out through the Gerson Clinic or Gerson Institute, gerson.org. How's my health now? I'm doing a lot better, and I can't credit all this to Gerson. I can't, because obviously it didn't heal the blood pressure, after all this time. But I do have to credit God for this because I have faith in God, and He's used this time to build my faith even greater. And we're still taking steps to be stronger. And yes, I am still eating all vegan. Yep, I am. The only thing I've added in now, and my practitioner actually had me start adding some of this in before, is some beans, a little bit more grains than I was doing, and a little bit more spices, and that's it. It's still Gerson for the most part, just adding in a little bit of beans and spices, a little more grains. And boy, when I feel good, I'm feeling really good, and that's exciting to have some energy and interest. Like I'm back upstairs sewing again. I haven't sewn in more than 3 years because I didn't feel up to it when I was sick either. So it's nice to be sewing again. I'm in my little studio and I'm getting things going and digging through the boxes and pulling out pretty fabric. Do I still juice? No, I don't still juice. What supplements am I taking now? I'm still trying to figure out the supplement question. I'm not sure what I need to be taking. I'm not taking all that I was taking before because that was meant to work with the whole protocol. I'm pretty much just taking what I would have taken at breakfast, and that's it for the day. And at breakfast I took selenium, vitamin D. My practitioner had me taking milk thistle for the liver, to support my liver, and niacin. And I'm taking the B12 drops, and that's what I take at breakfast, and that's all I take now. I don't take all the rest of the stuff anymore. Juice. No, I stopped the juicing. I wish I could still juice just a little. I would like that. But the last few times, and this is, I have to credit God with this. I feel like He said, you're done. There's like this one day, it's like it was real clear to me. It's like, you're done. You are done. Walk away from this. You're done. And so when I've tried to add back a juice, I don't feel good. I had just a half a cup of carrot juice, not even the other day, and I felt lousy afterwards, and it didn't taste good to me. And I have to trust my taste buds. The niacin, can you take too much? I wouldn't take more than what's recommended. I wouldn't. Follow the protocol. If you're doing the full protocol, then do the full protocol. But I wouldn't go messing around on that. I think, you probably could take too much. So, do you have the book, Julie? Because that's important. If you can go by the book, that would help. I can't really give medical advice here because I'm not a doctor, but I wouldn't do anything other than what the book recommends, or if you have a practitioner. So, and let me see what else. Oh, any other thoughts on our trip to the eggplant thing? Somebody said, but fat's good. Fat is good for you. Anyone have any other thoughts on that? We'll just continue our story one more. Yeah, Julia, you have the book. Yeah, I just can't say too much because all I can do is share my experience as to what I've learned and how I've done it, and it was a good experience, and it certainly helped me with discipline and faith. And I am going to start a new little YouTube channel just sharing my faith journey. So if people want to know more about that, they can do that and keep it separate, sort of, from the Gerson. But it's the other side of healing, There's more to healing than just food. Granted, food's a big part, but we're also a spirit. So it's important that we feed our spirits as well, the right food. So I think that's it. I got, we had our baba ganoush. I don't know, no one has any other thoughts on our eggplant at the store? That we brought home? The good news, bad news. Love to hear that side. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to be feeling better too. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. And you're welcome. And I did use a Norwalk. Oh, I want to give somebody a prize. You know what, Julie, you've said more things than anything else. You hope you can juice. I love it. Interesting that you didn't like it. Oh no, I like juice. And I like juicing. Just since I've gone off the program, now the juice doesn't taste good to me. And to me, that's kind of God's way of saying you're done with that. Don't go back to where you don't need to be. I love the juice when I was following it. Don't misunderstand that. It's just now. Yeah, gotta listen. So, okay, Julie, you win the prize for being the most active on there. I didn't have a good game to play with to be able to do a prize. But Julie, what do you want for your prize? I'm gonna let you pick. You can either have a pound of coffee or a recipe or a video. Wahoo, she says. Yeah, woo-hoo. So maybe next time we'll have music and we'll dance. Gotta get a little exercise. Maybe the prize can be the Norwalk. Oh yeah, right. The prize. She's not getting my Norwalk, I'll tell you that right now. This is good for another 30 years. And my husband still likes it. He still have a couple of carrot apple juices a day, which I'm glad. He needs to keep staying healthy his way. You know what I have added into my diet? And I'm challenging all my friends to do it. Now you're my friend, so I'll challenge you too. I'm challenging everybody to 2 fresh apples and 2 fresh carrots a day. That's it. Just grab a couple carrots and a couple apples, and you can throw them in your bag when you leave the house and have them with you, so you're not tempted to eat something you shouldn't. And they're helping me because of not doing coffee breaks anymore. They're keeping things moving, which is a good thing, and it's helping all my friends who aren't Gerson. None of my friends are Gerson, and that's helping them too. It's helping them not to snack on things they shouldn't, and it's helping them in the bathroom. So, it's a win-win on that one. So, Julie, what did you want for your prize? Do you want a recipe? Do you want a recipe on a video? Or do you want some coffee? Fiber. Yes, it is good fiber. And you know what? This is a couple things about the apples that you guys don't know. They don't put it in the Healing the Gerson Way book, but in Dr. Gerson's book, and you'll take the coffee. Oh, wait. Now stay there so I can write that down, because you know what? It disappears. Oh, no, come back. Copy it and send it back again, Julie, because you know what? Can you put it in the comments, and then I'll delete it after I write it down, because I can't see these comments once the video's over. They're all gone. It's already gone. I can't see it. So if you put it in the comments down below, I'll get it quick and then delete it so other folks don't have it, okay? All right. Well, very good. Well, thanks for coming. I'm going to let you scoot. And, oh, yep. Nickname is long story. I'll put it in the comments. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I look forward to sharing the spiritual journey as well, too, because he's given me a lot of tools God has given me a lot of tools from his word, how to combat the spiritual side of this, because every day's a battle. Well, there'll be a comment section as soon as it posts, okay? Hang in there, because as soon as this goes off, they make it a video that people can watch, and then there's a comment section, okay? All right, I'll let you guys go. Have a great day. Have a nice Christmas and a New Year. Maybe, I don't know if I'll see you before New Year's, okay? All right, have a good one. Love you guys. Thank you. Can't figure out how to turn you off. Okay, there you go.